Sri Ramadeshikan, Chief Coordinator, Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services, distinguished faculty members, esteemed guests, respected principal at Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda College, distinguished faculty members, esteemed guests, dear students, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Today, a very warm welcome to all of you to the commencement of classes for the academic year 26-27 of Sri Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy. Today marks the simultaneous commencement of classes at three venues. One, Sri Sankara Arts and Science College, Kanchipuram. Two, Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith, Malapur, our college campus. And then Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services, Chennai. More significantly, today marks the beginning of a unique collaborative consortium comprising Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith, Sri Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy, and Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services. This collaboration beautifully brings together three great traditions of service, education, and spiritual excellence. Ramakrishna Mission is renowned for its ideals of seva and practical Vedanta. And Sri Kanchi Kamakoti Peetham has preserved and promoted Veda, Vaidya, and Vidya through its several Veda Pathashalas spread over all over of India till the northern borders, northern, eastern, western borders, and integrated educational institutions, universities, medical colleges, and hospitals. Chinmaya Mission, a global organization, has been disseminating the timeless wisdom of Upanishads and Srimad Bhagavad Gita through Balavihar, and then Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, Devi groups, and Vanaprastha Samsthan, educational institutions, and numerous service initiatives. Together, these institutions represent the harmonious confluence of Karma Bhakti Jnana Marga. The three complementary pathways leading to personal excellence and dedicated national service. Atmano Mokshartham Jagat Hitayacha. If I may use the language of mathematics, see, today we seek to demonstrate 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 100. In the mathematics collaboration, 1 plus 1 plus 1 does not equal 3. It becomes 100 because shared vision multiplies collective strength. May I now invite Dr. M. Ramakrishnan, Principal Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda College, to deliver the welcome address and introduce our chief guest, Sri Professor Prakash Babu.
My pranams to our Secretary Maharaj.
Good
Good morning to everyone.
Every great achievement starts from small steps. So in our college already we are running many programs for upskilling your skills. So today we have another program for you. This is the Civil Service Coaching Training Program. So the three institutes combined and going to give this type of program to you. So these things are happening because of blessings of our Secretary Maharaj. With his blessing, unwavering support, and continuous effort of our Secretary Maharaj, our students have made significant progress in their academic and professional careers. Because already I told in the morning prayer, we have one achievement in this year. The 2 years back only we started MCOM program in our college. Because our continuous effort, I told about small steps we have taken. All the MCOM graduates are got their placement, 100% placement in reputed companies. The same way our Secretary Maharaj expected, you all should place in high position in state and central government. That's why with the help of the 3 organizations, Ramakrishna Mission Vidyabit, Sri Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy, Chinmaya Academy Civil Services, going to start this program today. Today, our students have been getting another excellent opportunity to enroll in the Sri Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy. And with this support, they can interact with retired IAS and IPS officers. I think you may gain valuable first-hand experience and guidance from this type of IAS officers. And definitely you will learn from distinct faculty members. These opportunities you can get it from our campus only. So you cannot wander from there and there, and you need not spend more money. So we are expecting your contribution and involvement. Why this thing happened today means the past experience we have. Many of our students from English department, economics department, commerce department, they are joining many IAS academy and spending more than lakhs. So to avoid these type of things, and we are going to give the valuable resources, the original resources to you in our places. So this type of the program arranged by our Secretary Maharaj. So I really thank to our Secretary Maharaj for his continuous effort. As a principal, I am confident that this program will motivate and prepare our students to secure prestigious positions in the state and central government services. I expect this thing from you also. You should contribute and you have to dedicate to improve yourself and get high position in different places. So now I am happy to welcome everyone in this forum. So the first I welcome the chairman of Sri Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy, Sri KVS Gopalakrishnan IPS sir, retired IPS. Then I am happy to welcome chairman of Sankara College of Arts and Science, Kanchipuram, Sri S.Ramachandran, retired IAS officer. All are retired IAS officers. And also I welcome Vice-Chancellor of Sri SVMV University, Sri G. Srinivasu, Professor Srinivasu. And I am also happy to welcome Sri V.Damodaranji, Director, Chinmaya Academy of Civil Services. And I should welcome our senior professor in my department, Prof.Sri.K.N.R. He is well known in our department, Prof.Sri K.N.R. I hope he is nearly reaching 75, I think, you know. Slightly more. So 80. He is very much involved in this program to organize, and he has taken many effort to bring this program in our college. So I welcome you also, sir. Now I am happy to introduce our chief guest, Professor Sri P.Prakash Babu, Vice-Chancellor of Pondicherry University. It is a central university, you know. So to inaugurate this program, our chief guest is a Vice-Chancellor of Sri Pondicherry University. So I wish to introduce Professor Prakash Babu sir. He was a senior professor in Department of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics, University of Hyderabad. Professor Prakash Babu received graduation from Acharya Nagarjuna University, Masters from Andhra University, and PhD from University of Hyderabad. Subsequently, completed postdoctoral training from Stoke Hospital, Japan, and University of London. UK. His main research interests are cerebral ischemia, stroke, cerebria, malaria, glioma, brain tumor. The professor has guided 24 doctoral students, 4 postdoctoral students, and is currently supervising 8 PhD students. So, professor is going to complete and produce nearly 32 researchers in his field. So, very happy to receive this type of the researcher sitting in front of us for inaugurating this program. And 1 postdoctoral student. He has published more than 120 research articles, crossed century. So going to reach 2 century, I think, in the peer-reviewed journals, presented his research in more than 160 national and international conferences, and has also organized many conferences of national and international significance. Professor publication citations are more than 4,500. Professor H index 32, I-10 index 78. He has served as the Vice-Chancellor, Yogi Vemana University, Kadapa, Andhra Pradesh, Pro-Vice-Chancellor to the University of Hyderabad, and Dean, School of Medical Sciences, University of Hyderabad, Director, UGC, MMTTC, HRDC, Dean, Students Welfare, Chief Protector, Head, Department of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics. So, Professor has have many positions. He is serving across various important committees in the universities, biotech and pharma industries, and hospitals in different capacities. Professor is fellow in many research institutes, just like Royal Society of Biology, National Academy of Biological Sciences, Academy of Sciences, Indian Academy of Neurosciences, Lifetime Achievement Awardee by the Bioinformatics and Drug Discovery Society, India. Professor served as the Secretary, Asia Pacific Society for Neurochemistry, Singapore, Secretary General, Federation of Asian Biotech Association, Vice President, Indian Society for Parasitology, serving as General Secretary, Society for Neurochemistry, India. Currently, his lab has grants from DST and ICMR. So, these DST and ICMR are the funding agencies. He got grants from these 2 agencies. Professor has active collaboration with KIMS Hospital and Dr. Reddy's Institute of Life Sciences. So this academician now currently holding a position of Central University, Pondicherry University, position of a Vice-Chancellor of Pondicherry Universities. On behalf of our Ramakrishna Mission Vivekananda College, I am happily welcome Professor to this inauguration program. And also I welcome everyone to this program. I expect our students to involve in this program and enrich the knowledge, and you should acquire many positions in state and central government institutions. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. Ramakrishnan, for a nice introduction, bringing out the academic excellence of our chief guest. Now, we honor our chief guest. Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayosritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. May I now invite Revered Swami Dhanagamyanandadi Maharaj, Secretary Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith, to deliver his benedictory address.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Deva Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. There's nothing wrong in repeatedly praying. Prayers after prayers after prayers. We begin with prayer, we continue with prayer, and possibly we still continue with prayer. There is no end to prayer. Swami Brahmananda, who earlier was called Rakhal, a direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, somebody asked him, how is it that we can do our spiritual sadhana for God realization? You know, this is a monastic community. The behind the screen, not to you guys, behind the screen, we are a monastic community strongly campaigning for self-realization and God realization. So somebody went and asked Ramakrishna, Brahmananda, how is it possible for us to engage in the so-called the service activities and various relief programs, educational programs, medical programs, and then still be engaged in self-realization? What is the formula? Brahmanandaji Maharaj said, you begin the activity with the prayer, you continue the activity with the prayer, and you culminate it with the prayer. So that prayer reminds us with a strong purpose for which we have set forth ourselves to not to do things just like that, but to aim for excellence. Because we are praying for what is called as the highest force, energy, and enthusiasm, support. When you go to the king, you don't ask for a pen or a pencil. When you go to the king, you ask for huge ransom so that the future life is protected forever. That's why the prayer invoking the master, the guru, who is seated in the hearts of everyone, may he take us, may he lift us, may he graduate us from ignorance to knowledge, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. The three institutions coming together has got a lot of parallels. In the history, rather in the geography itself, we have a parallel. In the Allahabad, I was referring this to Prof. Prakash Babu before coming here. We have this Triveni Sangam in Allahabad, where the Ganga, the Yamuna to see, and Saraswathi hidden, they make a grand junction. And the junction seems to be very, very auspicious junction. So a similar kind of a junction where, as nicely brought about by Ranganathan, Professor Ranganathan, that the karma, seva, and bhakti, they are coming together, jnana, all the three different disciplines of sadhana, they are coming together to make this miracle happen. Why I am saying this as miracle, you know? When I took charge in 2023, April, we were, of course, a very good college in the city, but we wanted to expand our wings and see how our services can reach to people who are already in the college. How can we extend the services? How can we empower them with multiple abilities? So one of the things that came up as a suggestion from the professors here was that we can start TNPSC, UPSC Civil Service coaching. And, you know, it's a big business in the city. It's not easy to actually get people enrolled in these programs because of the exorbitant cost that is involved in this. But minus the cost, let's leave the cost. What is this UPSC Civil Service training all about? It's all about, you know, having a unsatiable hunger for knowledge. Knowledge is power, Vivekananda says. And why knowledge? Vivekananda at another place, he says, knowledge is the reward for itself. Having the knowledge, you don't expect another reward. acquisition of knowledge itself is a reward. But people may ask at the end of the day, what do we do with this knowledge? He says, you get power. With that power, you can accomplish whatever is desirable. So, but is there a system of learning? Is there an infrastructure? Or is there an institution which can actually give this knowledge, this what is called as the empowering knowledge by which we can make meaningful citizens of this nation? It's a very challenging thing, friends. We all just enjoy the citizenship of being a free India, the free Bharat. We all enjoy that privilege. Have we enriched this freeness of Bharat? We are all, as growing children, benefited from the pampering, from fondling, from all kinds of support that we get from our parents. But do we only get these kinds of nourishment from the parents till our end of life? Or at some point in time, we become independent and start supporting our own family system? Which is the right way to live? It is a soul-searching question, my friends. There comes a point in time in your life when you will sit back and start thinking, what have I done to this nation? It's time. It's very much time that when you are already engaged in the serious business of learning in these holy portals of an institution which is famed for the last 80 years, it's a wonderful opportunity for the students of this institution, not only this, but even in the institutions, the Sankara, in all the institutions which are attached with the Chinmaya Academy, to all of them are free citizens of this nation. And to all of them, this is a clarion call. Wake up, arise and awake. This is the time, friends, not for a slumber. Here we have a very, very small audience. You know, Dr. Prakash Babu, I wanted to show a huge audience what is the power of Vivekananda. But unfortunately, I could gather only this much amount of people, though forced. Some people who have come by force, I know. But use this opportunity. Friends, there is nothing like coincidence. Don't think you are forced to attend this program. It may apparently be so, but it is an eye-opener. All these guys who are in third years, open your eyes. The time is now ripened. If we don't act upon this clarion call, we are the only ones to blame ourselves. The nation needs you. It is a call of this Mother India that we have to raise ourselves to the fullest height in terms of the body strength, in terms of the mental abilities, in terms of the intellectual equipment, and supported by the force of the spirit, powering from through and through of your constitution. We require this amalgamation in order to serve the nation. It's a serious business, but that's the right way to give back to the nation. For that, we need to become strong, as I told you, in all the 4 planes of our existence. Knowledge is non-negotiable. Even if you are going to be a job seeker, the job seeker also does his part to the nation. So coming back to the strength here, when Sri Ramakrishna went up to the temple tower and called for, my children, where are you? I am here brimming with knowledge and experience and realization. To whom will I share? Who is going to bequeath this spiritual inheritance? He was crying on top of the temple tower, literally. Literally, he used to climb the tower and then cry, oh mother, you said people will come to me to get the gems that I have acquired all these years, the spiritual gems. But nobody has turned up yet. He was by then turning 40, 45. Who knows that he was to live only for 50 years. So the time was slipping by through his fingers. But then came a small crowd of only 16 disciples. This hall is bedecked with the pictures of those 16 disciples. The gem of the personality from the most world-ridden, so to say, Kolkata. A revolutionist in Kolkata could produce this is 16 spiritual gems submitted at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna for the further rejuvenation of this nation, which was a subject nation during that time. Remember, we were slaves, literally to the word. In word and spirit, we were slaves. We were trampled upon. All our interests were curbed. The entire administrative and academic design was to make us only as a daily laborer and a coolie and a clerk. That was the India that India was going through. Friends, I require all of you to listen to me properly, not talk among yourselves and smiling and giggling. This message is very, very important to you. Please pay careful attention to every word that is being said here, because it is said not out of the intellect, not out of the vocabulary picked out of the dictionary, but it is out of the 3 years of effort that has gone into consolidate the strengths and see an opening that will bring glory and fame, not only to the college, not only to the individual, but to the whole nation. We need to empower our people. We need to bring up this kind of a revolution among the human minds. The country is free only so long the individual is free. Freedom only can garner freedom. So friends, the number is only 11 registration as of this year is concerned. The number should double the following year. And each one of you are capable of achieving this miracle. It requires a concentrated effort, a discipline which is going down to the bone marrow, from which all the materials, the nutrients, the vitamins, the blood, all the strength comes forth to the entire body. That kind of a bone marrow rejuvenation is required in each one of you. See, friends, it is just about a couple of years of effort. You are going to transform yourself and the people who are helplessly, who are, without any hope, looking upon such administrators for support, for the growth, and for betterment of the life standards in India. Only you guys can bring about the change. Can you recognize the gravity of the moment? If the gravity sinks in your heart, I think you have made yourself a worthy citizens of this nation. Thank you very much.
Pranams Maharaj, bringing out the importance of prayer. Prarthana with prayatna will definitely works wonders. Uttishthata jagrata varan prapya nibodhat. May I now invite Sri KVS Gopalakrishnan, IPS retired, and also chairman of Sri Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy, to introduce the academy and share its vision.
Revered Swami Dhyanagambyanji, the Secretary of Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapit, P.Prakash Babu, the Vice-Chancellor of Pondicherry University, Prof.Sri Ranganathan, who was a part of this Vivekananda College, and now he is doing service to the community after his retirement period, and Mr. M. Ramakrishnan, the Principal of Vivekananda College, esteemed invitees, dear students. Just before me, Swamiji brought before you why you need to take up this exercise of appearing for the UPSC examinations. And when we were talking, he was mentioning, like in Prayagraj, you get the Sangamam of three. I think 3 different institutions have collaborated together. Sri Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy, Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapit, and Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services. I think Urhudi Teruluthil Pola, this effort has been taken up. And when I go to the genesis of Sri Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy, I must go back to October 2023, because this was a product of the visionary in Sri Shankara Vijayendra Saraswati Swami, the pontiff of Kanchi Shankara Math, who met one of my colleagues in PS Educational Society, Mr. P.Prakash. He is here. And then he said, I think the number of people getting into the government's services in the center has not been that adequate from Tamil Nadu. I think we need to do something, especially reaching out to people in the rural areas and urban areas as well, so we can attract them, train them, and send them, so that the number of people contributed to the All India services would increase over a period of time. And while his idea was accepted and we launched it in April 2024, he had given certain magical words which go with the name of Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy. How many of you know what the name Mahaswami implies? Anybody can stand up and say. Who is this Mahaswami? I have told you about Kanchi Math. Huh? No, I am asking the students. How many of you have known the 68th pontiff was Chandrasekharendra Saraswati, who was spoken as the living God, and then people used to revere him. He is called Mahaswami as far as the Kanchi Shankara Math is concerned. This present Swami, he gave the coinage of words Punyatma, Punya Adhikari, and Punya Neta. I don't know how many of you will understand why he had given. I think the word Punya, we can say, we will leave about Punya and Papa, but I think we will say the purity of purpose. That is what it means. One who strives hard. I think Swamiji also mentioned as to, or even Mr. Ranganathan, when in his introductory remarks, he said, Atmano mokshartam jagad hitayacha. That is the ideal for the Ramakrishna mission. You work for your own liberation in the spiritual path, that is one. But at the same time, you would work for the welfare of the society. Jagat hitayacha. I think if you go to Rameshwaram, you will find the speech of Swami Vivekananda when he came back to India after his famous speech in Chicago. There he talks about Jive Shivajnane Seva. You work for the welfare of a human being and then try to reach the ultimate. Because by serving the needy, you do the purpose of your own liberation. So what Kanchi Shankara Vijayendra Swami meant by Punyatma was every human being should try for his own spiritual ascent. And Punya Adhikari, because this society is full of governance. Wherever you go, you have to go either with the Aadhaar card or PAN card or whatever it is. And then there is governance in every aspect of the society. So whoever is donning the post of an adhikari or an officer in the government wings, he should also be a man with a sense of purity of purpose. That is why Swami Vivekananda, when he talked about raising of India, he said, India will be raised not with the power of the flesh, but with the power of the spirit. Not with the flag of destruction, but with the flag of love and peace, the garb of the sannyasin. Why he said that? I think even in our own flag, we have the saffron color in between, which only is representing the sense of sacrifice. Sacrifice means this type of reverence to purity of purpose. What you want to do, you achieve it by giving yourselves and sacrificing for the sake of society and the nation. I think that is why Swamiji said service and sacrifice are the twin ideals of Indian nation. And with that in view, when this Kanchi Mahaswami Academy was launched in April 2024, a few people went. Then we thought, Swamiji said that only 11 people have volunteered to take up in this present present year. We want it to increase. I think there is a saying that if Muhammad doesn't come to mountain, mountain goes to Muhammad. Now, I think the academy, which I think people start going to Anna Nagar and different parts of Madras city, Chennai city, I think it has landed in your own portals of Vivekananda College, so that you don't even have to take the strain of traveling for an hour or hour and a half. And I think it is at your doorsteps. That is one thing, to make the process simple, but you have to contribute. If we talk about Swami Vivekananda, what did he say? If I have to be a student again, he said something. Can any one of you studying in Vivekananda College say that? How many of you have read the life and message of Swami Vivekananda? I think this is one thing you should look inward. If you are studying in an institution, you must know the visionaries of this institution and what they have taught you. It is not that you are experiencing the outcome of what they have thought of and then which is there as an institution, but you should look into the people who have made this over a period of time. From 1897, Swami Vivekananda toiled hard to establish the institution of Ramakrishna Math and Mission, so that they will reach out. He said, education should go to the villages. When you are here in an urban living, I think please read the lives of the trio, the Trinity. You should know before you pass out in this. I think each one of us, I am also an old student of this school and Ramakrishna Mission School in Chinaga. When we came out, we had studied so much because the officers, our teachers used to enthuse us. One of the teachers made so much impact. Two of my colleagues or my peers in the school, they became sadhus in Ramakrishna Math. I think it is not enough if you read only the subject books. Read something more which will enthuse you and encourage you to take up better classes. So he said, if I want to study again, I will only attempt on one thing, concentration. I think you should develop that a sense of concentration. I must finish. I can do it. I will complete it. I think it is not that difficult. When we were doing it about 50 years ago in 75, we were not going to institutions to study for this. We did on our own. If that is possible, now with the available infrastructure and so much in computer, you can generate to know about more and more of the subject. I think concentration is what is required in you, and then you should do it. Now, under the Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy, thanks to the immediate, instantaneous approval by Swami Vivekananda, it was decided to launch it here for this academic year and then take out students who are interested. And I think if out of the 11, even 2 or 3 make out, I think it will make a large impact on the next year. I'm sure if only you use the resources at your disposal properly, you will be able to make it. Don't think only the genius people land up in this. There are people from the rural side who had made it. And then they have made it where even not big libraries are available. Here you have got so many libraries, so many people to guide you. And I think it should not be difficult for you. And please, only one thing you remember, this activity now is being simultaneously done. We are doing it thanks to the initiative from Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services, who have launched this scheme a few years back, so that we'll get the faculty trained through them and also go through their process of training you all. And there is another institution, Sri Sankara College of Arts and Science in Kanchipuram, where also the second and third year students are going to be taking up these classes. So that with one work at a time, I think 3 institutions are going to benefit. Please take it seriously. Please be grateful to the initiative taken by our Secretary Swamiji and the principal. Be attentive in the classes. Try to learn more and more. The more you ask, the more you will benefit from your faculty members. We will support in whatever manner possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Sri K.V.S. Gopalakrishnan. Punya Atma, Punya Adhikari, Punya Neta. Lift yourself up, attain power, and lead others. That is the ideal and essence of the aim of our Sri Kanchi Mahaswami Academy. Now, we request Professor Sri S.Ramachandran, Chairman Sri Sankara Arts and Science College, and also a very active member of Sri Kanchi Mahaswami Academy, and we may call him the chief coordinator, right? To introduce Kanchipuram Center of Sri Kanchi Mahaswami Academy. Sri Ramachandran, please.
Thank you, sir. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vande Guru Paramparam Sattangam Pranamaha. Inspired by the wonderful speech of Swamiji, I also joined you all in the prayer, again repeating it, so that I gain more strength along with you, to travel along with you. Dear Vice-Chancellors of Pondicherry and Sri Chandrasekharendra Saraswathi Viswa Maha Vidyalaya, Swami Jnanagamyananda Maharaj Ji, our Chairman Sri K.V.S. Gopalakrishnan, IPS retired, Sri Prakash Babu, Vice-Chancellor of Pondicherry University, Sri V.Damodaranji, Director, Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services, Professor Ranganathan, Professor K.R. Venkatesan, Principal of our college, colleagues and others, dear students. Good day and great day to you all. We heartily welcome you all to the great function of inauguration of the full-time coaching classes for students as candidates for the Civil Service Examination 2027. This is an initiative, as already explained well by all our pre-speakers, by Puja Sri Sankaracharya Swami of Kanchi Kamakoti Peetham, as patron of our Sankara Arts and Science College, with the strong support of the head of Ramakrishna Vidyapith, especially Secretary Swamiji, and the head of Chinmaya Academy for Civil Service Examinations, with one single objective of restoring the past glory of Tamil Nadu. Repeat, restoring the past glory of Tamil Nadu in contributing maximum number of bureaucrats to the nation with excellent leadership qualities and high-level integrity and honesty. These institutions involved in the project, Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy, namely Ramakrishna Vidyapith, Sankara Arts and Science Colleges, Sri Chandrasekharendra Saraswathi Vidyalaya, Vivekananda College, PS Senior Secondary School, etc., are very much native to the soil and with the rich set of models providing institutional framework where students do pursue career-oriented subjects along with the aesthetic streams of heritage skills. This is very important. The products emerging from such institutional ethos when synced with the national and international perspectives, could provide good leaders and the best administrators for the nation by getting through the civil service examination backed by adequate and appropriately designed coaching. The logical extension of model graduates and postgraduates of these great institutions, identified and trained well and oriented by these institutions under one single banner, Sri Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy, and on their successfully getting into the nation's premier service would definitely end up in well orchestrated integration of single individual domains of expertise into the holistic order of bureaucracy capable of making significant contribution to the contemporary challenges in the building of Now Bharat, that is New India. I could comfortably quote and read out a long list of galaxy of stalwarts in the bureaucratic setup of the nation since the dawn of IAS regime in free India till today. Many of them later on retirement from service turned to head national and international bodies and funds. Much of them were and still are from Tamil Nadu. The whole nation is proud of them and cherish their service with the national spirit even today. This is the land where Jnana yogis and Karma yogis turn to serve the nation with good intention and objectives, and all administrators are always successful here. Especially about our college, it is located in the rural part of the district, and nearly 28 to 30% of the graduates turned out from this every year belongs to first generation graduates. In order to expose the potential of the rural people, they have joined the mainstream, and we are traveling along with the Vivekananda College and other PSS institutions who are located in the cities and towns. Every alternative building in the Anna Nagar is a IAS Academy, but ours is different. Ours is motivated by only national spirit and to serve the nation with a good level of honesty and integrity. Therefore, dear students, remember you are all handpicked with a great sankalpam, and you all remain blessed by such great acharyas of these institutions, popular for providing the best and honest service to the nation and to the people. My only request to the students and candidates for such all India level exams is to work hard, learn more and more, and assimilate the skills and knowledge as you have the free access to the libraries of Chinmaya Academy and Vivekananda College and to the reference books stored there. Be confident of meeting the challenges of the day while discharging your duties. Remain fair and do justice to all. Please ensure yourself of attending all the classes and all the tests, including mock tests and mock interviews, and get yourself ready to face the challenges of the examination and get selected for the key positions to serve the great nation. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri S.Ramachandran. Pushpeshu Jatihi, Purusheshu Vishnuhu, Nagareshu Kanchi. So, for giving an account of our unit at Kanchipuram. The true inauguration of any academic endeavor begins with words of wisdom. It's therefore our privilege to listen to an eminent academician and a distinguished researcher and educationist. It's now my proud privilege to invite our chief guest, Sri Prakash Babu, to address again.
Very good morning, all of you. Namaskar. The guests on the dais, Swami Dayananga Swamiji Maharaj, Sri Gopalakrishnan IPS, Sri S.Ramachandran ji IAS, Sri G. Srinivasu, Vice-Chancellor, and V.Damodaranji, Director, Prof.Sri.K.N. Ranganathan, and the Principal of the college. It's a great opportunity for me to be here, part of this great mission. Let me recollect one words. In my college days, our college used to have one emblem. There are the words are there. Still, I recollect. I wanted to recite the same thing. I wish all of you should have that. Ano Badraha Krato Vayantu Vishwataha. So the knowledge in the world should be upon all of you, especially the youngsters that you are all sitting before me and those who are aspirants. It's a matter of immense pleasure and privilege to be with you today at the Sri Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy, an institution that has been nurturing the aspirations of the young men and women who seek the dedicated their lives to the service of the nation. I congratulate the Swamiji, management, faculty, and those who are involved in this for taking up this mission. It's not a one particular batch, but it's a kind of mission that you have been taking. So that is the creating an environment. So you people are creating an environment for the students, those who are the aspirants. So where the knowledge meets the character and where dreams are transformed into a public service. Whenever I stand before a gathering of civil services aspirants, I do not merely see the students preparing for the examinations. I see the future district collectors, police officers, diplomats, revenue officers, forest officers, foreign officers, policymakers, leaders who will influence the destiny of the millions of the Indians. The civil services examination is not merely an examination conducted by the Union Public Service Commission. It's a search for the individuals who possesses the knowledge, wisdom, courage, integrity, empathy, and unwavering commitment to the Constitution of India. Today, I would like to share a few thoughts on what it truly means to prepare the civil services examination, and more importantly, it means to become a civil servant. First of all, let me touch upon it's a mission, not a career. It's not a career, it's a mission. In today's world, many professions offer financial security, prestige, and opportunity for the personal growth. However, a few careers provides the opportunity to transform the society. Civil service is one such extraordinary profession. As a civil servant, every file you sign, every decision you make, and every policy you implement affects the lives of the ordinary citizens. A single administrative decision can improve the education in a village, provide clean drinking water to the thousands of the people. It saves the forests, it builds the roads, it protects the women and children, improve the health care, and offers the dignity to the poor people. Your authority is not measured by the power that you are going to exercise, but by the number of lives you improve. Remember that public office is not a privilege, it's a sacred responsibility. When you take the inspiration from the Sri Kanchi Mahaswami, this academy carries the revered name of Sri Kanchi Mahaswami Jagadguru Sri Chandrasekharendra Saraswathi Mahaswami, whose life continues to inspire millions of the people across the world. Mahaswami taught us that education must cultivate the humility, compassion, selfless service. He often reminded us that knowledge without character is incomplete. As future administrators, He may acquire enormous authority, but authority without humility becomes an arrogance. Knowledge without compassion becomes insensitive. Power without ethics becomes dangerous. Therefore, while preparing for the examinations, never neglect the development of your character. India does not merely need an intelligent officers. India needs officers who are wise. Knowledge is when you study, read, acquire the information, that is knowledge, but how you are going to use for the public is a wise people. So India needs a wise people, not only acquiring the knowledge. Indian civil services, the steel frame of the democracy. Our first Home Minister, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patelji, described the civil services as the steel frame to India, steel frame of India. Why did he use this expression? Because governments may change, policies may change, political leadership may change, but the continuity, stability, integrity of the governance depends upon the civil servants. From the Himalayan villages to the Andaman Islands, from the deserts of the Rajasthan to the northeast, it is the civil servants who ensures the governance reaches to the common citizens of the country. Whether it is a disaster management, elections, healthcare, especially during Corona, you must have seen, education, infrastructure, agriculture, or environmental conservation, the civil services remains the backbone of our democratic system. Every aspirant sitting here has the opportunity to become the part of this remarkable institution. The UPSC examinations test your personality. Many students believe that the UPSC is about the reading the books and the memorizing the facts. Nothing can be farther than the truth. The examination certainly evaluates the academic knowledge, but beyond knowledge, it also examines the personality. It takes the, can you analyze the problem objectively? Can you remain calm under pressure? Can you take ethical decisions? Can you balance competing interests? Can you communicate effectively? Can you empathize with the people? The interview is not the test of memory, it's a test of the maturity. Therefore, while preparing the UPSC, you build your personality along with the notes that you are preparing. Learn beyond the classroom. The classrooms are the places where you will acquire the knowledge. You will read the books, you will be taught. But one of the greatest classroom is the society. Meet the farmers, you can speak with the fishermen, you can visit the government schools, you can observe the primary health centers, interact with the women and also the self groups, talk to the sanitization workers, understand the challenges being faced by the different communities, and listen more than they speak. You should have the habit of listening, patience to listen. The best administrator is the lifelong learners. Learning is not one day. You are studying for a particular examination. After the examination is over subject, then you will discard that one. But the learning should be lifelong. You should keep acquiring the knowledge. You should keep learning the things. Books teaches the concepts. Books teaches the concepts, but the society teaches the wisdom. The importance of the reading is if there is one habit that every civil servant aspirant must cultivate is the reading. Reading newspapers every day. People always see the newspapers. Why one class teacher used to ask us, are you reading the newspaper or seeing the newspaper? Seeing is different and reading is different. So you should read the newspaper and also note down the points that is required. And read the biographies of the great people. Read history, read economics, read literature, read philosophy, read the constitution. Reading develops the perspective, perspective develops the judgment, and judgments develops the leadership. Remember that an officer who reads widely governs wisely the people. our nation does not suffer from the shortage of the talented people. Again, our nation does not suffer from the shortage of the talented people. It suffers from the talent is not guided by the integrity. Now the integrity is more important along with the knowledge. Now the technology and the future of the government, the future administrator will work with the Indian-driven the artificial intelligence, digital public infrastructure, big data analysis, geographical systems information. While technology analyzes the data, it cannot understand the human suffering. Technology is a technology. It cannot do anything. AI cannot comfort the disaster victim. It cannot replace the empathy. So technology should strengthen governance, but humanity must always remain at the heart. Future civil servants must therefore become the technologically competent while remaining the deeply humane. What are the challenges before the India? You belongs to the generation that will really confront complex challenges. Climatic change, water scarcity, urbanization, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, population aging, health, mental health, and cybersecurity, everything. And so future administration must therefore becomes the collaborative leaders capable of bringing together experts, communities, and the institutions. Failure is the part of the success. People think that once it is failed, they think that it's entire thing is over, let us abandon this, let us leave this one. But failure is a part of the success. First part of the success is the failure. Many aspirants become discouraged after the one successful attempt. They think that once it's written, okay, gone is gone. But remember that failure is never a final unless you decide to stop trying. Again, failure is never final unless you stop trying. Several distinguished civil servants clears the examination after the multiple attempts, not single attempt. Every unsuccessful attempt teaches the discipline, patience, and also the resilience. Every unsuccessful attempt teaches the discipline. Never compare your journey with the others. Never do that one. Your life is your life. The other person's life is life. So they have the different people. Don't compare with anybody. Your competition is not another candidate. Your competition is the person you are yesterday and today. That is the competition, not anybody else. Improve one page every day. Improve one answer every day. Improve one habit every day. Success is built through the consistency. Consistency is an essential component of the success. Now, what is the role of the universities? As Swamiji gave a powerful speech on the discipline and the prayer, as the universities, we have the, as you know, the universities are the modern temples of the country, of the world. As Vice-Chancellor, I strongly believe that universities should produce not only merely degree holders, but we need nation builders. Higher education must create thinkers, innovators, researchers, entrepreneurs, ethical public leaders. Universities and civil services share a common mission to strengthen the India's democracy through the knowledge. University classrooms should inspire students to solve the societal problems. That's why I keep encouraging the students to go to villages. Go to villages, 4 rooms, 4 walls are not the classroom. Classroom is outside. You go to the villages, understand the problem. Critical thinking starts from the villages only. A university classroom should inspire the students to solve the societal problems rather than the merely seeking the employment. Now, you people are very lucky that India, we are going to have the 2047. Your generation has the lot of responsibility. Vikshit Bharat 2047. India will celebrate 100 years of the independence in 2047. Most of you will be occupying the highest positions in the country during that period. When that historic milestone arrives, many of you will occupy important positions in the government. You will shape the policies. You will implement the reforms. You will lead the districts. You will negotiate internationally. You will influence the lives of the many people. The dream of the developed India by 2047 cannot be realized without competent, ethical, and visionary civil servants. Economic growth alone is not enough. Development must be inclusive. When somebody has to develop, the country has to develop, every section of the society should develop. They should see the fruits of the development. Every citizen, whether in a metropolitan city or a remote village, must benefit from the nation's progress. A message for every aspirant, dear students, never prepare merely to become the IAS or the IPS. Prepare to become an officer whom people remember with a gratitude. People rarely remember how many files of the officer signed. People rarely remembers that, but they remember the officer who built the school, who the officer who restored the lake, who stood by them with the floods, the officer who listened to their problems, the officer who remained honest, the officer who inspired the hope of the people. Remember, authority is temporary, but service is the permanent one. In my conclusion, so there are, my dear students, you have chosen one of the most demanding journey in the country. It requires the discipline, sacrifice, patience, hard work, resilience. There will be moments of the self-doubt. There will be setbacks. There will be days when the success appears very distant. But remember that every hour of sincere effort is shaping not only your future, but also the future of our nation. As Swami Vivekananda said, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. And let me also conclude with the thought that I hope each one of you will carry throughout your life. A good civil servant is not one who exercises the authority over the people, but one who earns their trust. True leadership is not measured by the power of the office, but by the positive difference one makes in the lives of the ordinary citizens. When knowledge is guided by the wisdom, authority by humility, and ambition by the service, governance become a noble mission. May each one of you strive not merely successful in the civil service examinations, but to become enlightened, compassionate, and courageous public servants who upholds the constitution, protect the vulnerable, contribute to the building a just, inclusive, developed India. I congratulate Sri Kanchi Mahaswami IAS Academy for its invaluable contribution to the nation, building by mentoring future leaders of the public service. I wish all the aspirants very successful in civil service examination and in the larger journey that you are going to make. So thank you very much for inviting me to be part of this mission. I congratulate you. I thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Prakash Babu. It is a very nice, exhaustive instructions and advices to and what is expected from you all, the knowledge that you gain from books and society, and the challenges that you may face. And I can add, if you are able to meet the challenges and get some solutions, the thrill that you are going to get has no equivalence. Right? Next, may I now invite our distinguished guest, Sri G. Srinivasu, Vice-Chancellor. Is he available there? Kanchipuram?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Namaste. Sir,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, please invite Sri G. Srinivasu, Vice-Chancellor, Sri Chandrasekharendra Saraswathi, Viswa Maha Vidyalaya, Kanchipuram. Please, sir.
third largest in the world. Please remember why this happened after independence. Before independence, if you read some news items, trillions of dollars were siphoned away from India by the Britishers who were ruling us. Now, after independence, whatever we have been producing is being plowed back into Bharat itself, except a leakage due to corruption, etc., which is siphoned out of the country going to Swiss banker, etc. So this is also one of the reasons why we are growing like an expanding Archimedean spiral. But these points are not specifically told in any newspapers, etc. These things, if you, by discussions, you find out, and if you include this in your answer papers, you will get a better mark, 1 or 2 marks more in your answer sheets. Like our, when we were discussing with Dr. Ramakrishna, who is our academic committee member, he once lamented that in China, they built a Great Wall of China to prevent invasions from into their country. So what prevented India, Bharat, from creating a similar, wall blockade in the Khyber Pass or elsewhere, which didn't happen. So you transplant an idea or an event which happened elsewhere into our country, our economy. You put it, then in the personality, in the interview test, people will appreciate that you people are applying your mind like that. So these are the areas where you can, by discussions and with your own colleagues or with our advisory council and academic committee members who will be mentors available, you can improve and you can get that 1 or 2 marks extra in your mains program and in the interview program. And this will help you in achieving your ultimate goal of becoming an IAS officer. I would like to state that all of you have great potential. What we are doing in our 3 institutions we have joined together is to make your potential come out in the prelims examination and in the mains examination and in the interview. That's all we are doing. We are not creating anything new. It is latent in you, and that is what we are being a catalyst to bring it out. With this, we welcome once again to this exciting new journey with our 3 institutions, and I wish you all the best for your future. Thank you very much. Hari Om. Thank you.
Thank you, Sri Damodaranji. See, he has explained the various components like static and dynamic thing, and then he has given very nice tips how to prepare a smart way of preparing. Okay. Now, it is my pleasant duty to propose vote of thanks on behalf of all the collaborating institutions. I express our heartfelt gratitude to revered Swami Vivekananda Maharaj and the entire team of Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapith for their gracious hospitality and excellent arrangements. It is a very seamless transmission of participation of all the 3 venues simultaneously. We also thank our distinguished guests, Professor P.Prakash Babu, Vice-Chancellor, University of Pondicherry, Professor G. Srinivasu, Vice-Chancellor, Chandrasekharendra, Saraswathi, Viswa, Maha, Vidyalaya, Sri V.Damodaranji, Director, Chinmaya Academy for Civil Services, Sri K.V.S. Gopalakrishnan, IPS retired, Sri S.Ramachandran, IAS retired, for their inspiring leadership and guidance. All distinguished guests, faculty members, coordinators, administrative staff, and the technical teams at the 3 venues. Finally, we thank every student whose enthusiasm, dedication, and aspiration give meaning and purpose to this noble initiative. May this collaborative endeavor continue to inspire young minds to serve our nation with knowledge, character, competence, and compassion. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Now, with this formal commencement of academic year 26-27 of our Kanchi Mahaswami Academy, we now move to another significant milestone in this noble initiative. It gives us immense pleasure to proceed to the newly dedicated UPSC Center at Ramakrishna Mission Vidyapeeth, established to nurture and guide aspiring civil servants in an atmosphere of discipline, character, scholarship, and excellence. May I now request our revered dignitaries, distinguished guests, faculty members, students, and all participants to kindly proceed to the new building for the opening and dedication ceremony. Let us assemble there to witness this auspicious occasion and seek the blessings of the Almighty for the success of this endeavor in shaping dedicated and compassionate public servants of our nation. I request, see, some boys are waiting in the Zoom waiting room. Please admit them. Okay, thank you. So let's all move over to the.
Students are very paid
CP Ganesh.
through this entire. Thank the students. We have much of rustling or much of talk. Sound now and then. But thank you, third years. Take it seriously. Aspire for it. You will become a better person.